Welcome to France, a land of art, romance, revolution, and beauty. From the shining lights of Paris to the vineyards of Bordeaux, from the castles of the Loire Valley to the sunlit beaches of the French Riviera, France has shaped world history and culture for centuries. It's a country where elegance meets passion and tradition, innovation. Long before France became the nation we know today, it was home to the Celtic tribes known as the Gauls. They lived in forests and valleys until the Romans, led by Julius Caesar, conquered them in 51 BC. The Roman Empire left behind roads, architecture, and the Latin language, which would later evolve into French. When the Roman Empire collapsed, Germanic tribes called the Franks took over. Their most famous leader, Charlemagne, united much of Western Europe and was crowned emperor in the year 800. His empire laid the foundation for modern France. The Middle Ages in France were marked by feudal lords, knights, castles, and cathedrals. This was the time of chivalry and crusades, and also of suffering. One of the most defining moments was the 100 Years' War with England, which lasted from 1337 to 1453. Out of this long conflict emerged a hero, Joan of Arc, a young peasant girl who believed she was chosen by God to save France. Her courage inspired a nation and changed the course of history. As Europe entered the Renaissance, France blossomed into a center of art, science, and philosophy. Kings like Francis I brought artists such as Leonardo da Vinci to their courts. The era also saw the construction of magnificent palaces, none greater than Versailles, built by King Louis XIV, the Sun King. He ruled with absolute power, declaring, "I am the state," and making France the most powerful kingdom in Europe. But beneath all the grandeur, inequality was growing. The peasants paid heavy taxes, while the nobility and clergy lived in luxury. In 1789, the people rose up in revolution. The storming of the Bastille became a symbol of freedom, and the world heard the call for liberty, equality, and fraternity. The monarchy fell, and France became a republic. The chaos that followed, a brilliant military leader named Napoleon Bonaparte rose to power. He crowned himself emperor and built an empire that stretched across Europe. His wars changed nations and borders, but his reforms, such as the Napoleonic Code, still influence modern law. Napoleon's ambition eventually led to his downfall, and by 1815, his empire had crumbled. During World War I, France became a vast battlefield of trenches, sacrifice, and resilience. Millions of soldiers fought and died to protect their homeland. Only 2 decades later, World War II brought devastation once more. Nazi Germany invaded and occupied France, but hope lived on through the French resistance. Led by Charles de Gaulle, France fought back, and in 1944, Paris was liberated. After the war, France rebuilt itself and entered a new era, the Fifth Republic, with de Gaulle as its first president. Modern France emerged as a democracy, balancing power, culture, and progress. Geographically, France is the largest country in Western Europe, often called l'Hexagone because of its six-sided shape. It borders Spain, Italy, Germany, Belgium, and Switzerland, and opens to both the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea. The French landscape is a masterpiece, from the snow-capped Alps and the Pyrenees to the peaceful Loire Valley, the lavender fields of Provence, and the rugged cliffs of Normandy. Each region has its own identity, its own traditions, and its own flavor, yet share a deep pride in being French. French culture is one of the world's greatest treasures. It's the birthplace of ideas, art, and beauty. Painters like Monet, Renoir, and Degas revolutionized the way we see the world. Writers such as Victor Hugo, Voltaire, and Albert Camus explored freedom, justice, and human emotion. Musicians, filmmakers, and philosophers continue to shape the global conversation. Fashion is another gift from France. Paris is the capital of style, home to iconic designers like Chanel, Dior, and Louis Vuitton. Every season, the world looks to France for inspiration in elegance and creativity.
And then there is the food, perhaps the most beloved expression of French culture. French cuisine is not just about eating, it's about savoring life itself. From the warm crunch of a morning croissant to a fine glass of Bordeaux wine, from delicate cheeses to rich sauces, every dish tells a story. The French believe that good food, shared with family or friends, is one of life's purest joys, the famous joie de vivre, the joy of living. Today, France stands as a leader in art, science, and diplomacy. It is a founding member of the European Union and plays a major role in global affairs. Its economy thrives on a balance of technology, tourism, agriculture, and luxury goods. Yet beyond the numbers, France is defined by its people, thoughtful, passionate, and proud of their heritage. Walk the streets of Paris and you feel history in the Gothic towers of Notre Dame, in the echo of revolution on the Place de la Bastille, in the glow of the Eiffel Tower at night. But venture beyond the capital and you discover a different kind of beauty. The quiet villages of Provence, the vineyards of Burgundy, the beaches of the Côte d'Azur, and the snow-covered peaks of the Alps. France is a country that never stops inspiring the world through its art, its ideas, and its spirit of freedom. It is both ancient and modern, both traditional and forward-looking. From Gaul to the Republic, from kings to citizens, France has constantly reinvented itself while remaining true to its essence. It is a land where revolutions were born, where philosophers questioned the universe, and artists captured the light of life. It is a place where every meal is a celebration, every street has a story, and every sunset feels like poetry. France is more than a nation. It's a symbol of liberty, of elegance, of the power of ideas. It is and always will be la belle vie, the beautiful life.